This video contains spoilers right from the beginning. Remember, we've warned you. The fourth season of Succession has been an absolute masterpiece on television, and one of the most enjoyable seasons of television I've seen in quite a time. The intricate dynamics between siblings, portrayed with compelling emotional intensity on screen, coupled with the elaborate subterfuge and intricate scheming among all the characters, create a captivating atmosphere that sets the show apart. The challenging task of being a fan, deeply invested in these complex characters, further adds to the unique experience and keeps you eagerly yearning for the next episode. It's an exquisitely crafted tale and a world unique. The season finale of the show places significant emphasis on Kendall's transformative journey, exploring the central question of whether he can overcome his limitations and emerge as a capable leader. The episode delves into the possibility of Kendall defying his father's expectations and achieving something that was previously believed to be beyond his reach. However, in this season we've witnessed Kendall beg to question his morality and fight to save the company. He's pushed against his beliefs, believes in. He is doing things that push him over the point of being the killer and attempting to be the one. The season's finale will really show whether he's capable of becoming it. Therefore, I'm going to break down and discuss how Kendall has changed throughout Season 4 and is almost the killer he's supposed to be. I'll also answer if Kendall will ever become that. Let's begin. Let me inform you that the video may contain spoilers. I'll break the video into two different segments. The first segment is Kendall's conflict. The season has highlighted the two sides of Kendall. We watched him display his side as well as the front that he displayed when he displayed how would he like to be to become a waste star. He stood up on numerous occasions and showed the qualities required to be an executive and acted as the father he grew up with would have done. For instance, he took on the keynote address to Living Plus on his own following the fact that Roman failed to come through by letting him captivate the room. Likewise, when he delivered the eulogy Roman should give because of Roman falling down in front of everyone. It was a pivotal moment in the character's life when his thoughts were completely changed, and we were able to see the most brutal side of him as it became clear that his older brother is his weak connection. However, amidst Kendall's pursuit of a ruthless mindset and his ambitions to become a formidable force, we have witnessed moments of remorse and inner conflict. Kendall struggles with actions that contradict his personal convictions, a common dilemma individuals face when striving to ascend to power and attain the status of a figure like Logan Roy. For instance, when Kendall extended support to Mencken during the election, he found himself in a difficult position where his actions potentially empowered someone with extreme views, even if it meant his own daughter would be affected by it. As we observed, she was at risk. This shows how Kendall was balancing her priorities, and also the guilt he felt later on. This could be the demise of the character as well as the reason behind the reason he's not being the murderer. Emotions and regret from conflict are things that could make an individual rethink their objectives. This is a problem Kendall has a lot of trouble with. He is prone to becoming inside his head and reminiscing about what he's accomplished and what he's going to take on. The only thing that could send him to the limit and cause him to not be concerned about it is the reality that he's on edge of losing his motivation and everything he enjoys. In the event that Gojo goes through, that is, Gojo deal goes through, it will be. He's losing his daughter slowly as she's moved out of the city. Now he must battle for custody of her instead of Rafa, the family who abandoned him, and the ways that Star might be falling away from his control. There's no room for a conflict within his head when he's trying to keep his control over Star, and the choices which he's made and regrets aren't reversed. It's like he has to accept it as a fact and forget about the things he's done. It's either die or do, and I sense that Kendall's head is occupied about what he wants and the best way to achieve it. We saw this when the two of them were talking to Hugo and later when he threw Roman to come around at the end, and told him about how the two of them let him down and did it all for their sake. Could Kendall be more uncompromising than Shiv? Kendall's most immediate threat is Shiv. The recent actions of the character have been intriguing and multifaceted. Shiv is probably the most violent from the trio of siblings, and I believe she has the most Logan-like character. She's ready to do whatever she has to accomplish her goals, which is the reason she's a dangerous risk to Kendall. She lied to her brothers while their relationship was at its most healthy it's ever been when they prepared to start a business with each other. But I believe we'll likely find out how Shiver was played by Matsson, and she may not necessarily emerge unharmed, but to achieve that it means that she'd have to kill her brothers as well. The trailer to the upcoming episode, we saw how Kendall declared that he would have to fight with his own version of the future king. He believes he is the king in the first place no matter what. It's a good idea to name it something, and this was emphasized by the man who wrote it in the sand. Kendall is not just prepared to stand up against her sister but also willing for a betrayal of his older brother, who is with him, Shiv becoming ruthless and imitating Logan Roy. If she's really willing to do anything, there is Kendall dirt that can get him in some trouble. It's all about the extent to which she's willing to sacrifice her relationships in order to secure the peace she desires. It's going to be a battle between them. Do I believe that Kendall will be the one to kill? Personally, I think we'll be able to see Kendall take on a new look to him in the final part of season. I believe he'll destroy his relationships between his sisters, slash the bridges he shares with brother, and then finally become the killer his father promised him was never going to be. However, by becoming the person he is who is a victim, he may lose all the other things around him. It could happen in two ways. If he becomes the murderer, then he might have been seated at the top as king, and even with the way star exactly what he envisioned. However, he might not have anything other than accepted what he thought was impossible to do, and will be unable to miss out. That means he'll end the show with nothing. Also, his relationships will be destroyed, and without his daughter, who is forced to navigate a nation led by a politician he has a history of siding to get what he wanted, even though he being completely against his position. Also, he is unable to be with his daughter. It's such an unsettling ending for the character trying to appear as someone was not, who could have lost touch with who is and ended up having nothing. It is important to remember that all of this started when uncertainty was there. If Logan had deleted Kendall's name, or if his name was highlighted to emphasize the importance of Kendall's name in the document remaining, and he didn't display the same behavior, it is because he is trying to prove himself, as well as his father, after death, would like to change and become who the father he had. It is possible that he will, and even if he does not, what will it cost? To answer the question in the title, what do you think? Kendall will be the one to kill. Yes, I believe he'll. Is it going to be a success? I'm not sure, but it will be a fitting end to the story when he does finally become the thing he is and does nothing. I'm filled with anticipation for the season's final episode, as I eagerly await to witness the unfolding events and the resolutions that lie ahead. I can't help but feel a sense of apprehension. The realization that this will mark the end of our journey with these compelling characters, the captivating world they inhabit, and the remarkable show that has been crafted, leaves me with a mix of excitement and melancholy. I'm excited. This is it. Do you think Kendall turn into the killer must be in the final episode of the series? If you'd like to view more videos, including endings, theories explained, characters breakdowns, you can click the button or go to my channel to see the entire series. In the event that you'd like send me a movie or show you'd like me review, then head on over on my Twitter at brainpilot_ and tweet me with the show or film you'd like me review in the near future. If you'd like to find out how I have to say about the latest movies that didn't reach the threshold of getting an actual video, go to my profile on Letterboxd. This is where I evaluate the most recent releases in real time. Are you convinced that Kendall is going to be the killer? Comment below, and don't forget to join the channel. We'll see you next time.